We are back with more of My Southern Home, and I'm here with Sara Jimenez with Somm in the city. And thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me back.
So we're making another Mozart cocktail, and you love using this brand. What is it that's so special that makes you gravitate to it?
Yes, so Mozart is my go-to staple when it comes to pretty much any holiday season, but especially I find between October through February, I'm drinking more chocolate liqueur than ever. But what I really love about Mozart in particular is the fact that their flavors are gluten-free, as well as they source their cream from the Netherlands. The cocoa is from West Africa, as well as the vanilla is a fair trade vanilla from Madagascar. So they're using real quality ingredients that all go in to these beautiful chocolate liqueurs.
So it's completely healthy.
Yes, in a sense.
So you're making 3 different cocktails for us today. So what do you have for us?
Yes, so we started off with our boozy hot cocoa. So the fact that Mozart is so delicious and it can add that simple touch of sweetness, the chocolate cream as well as the dark chocolate are a great addition to your hot chocolates. Then we also have our chocolate old fashioned over here. And this is a cocktail that's a classic with a little bit of a twist. So using the dark chocolate as well as a true Tennessee whiskey, you can easily have an old fashioned that's just something a little different for the holidays. But today we will be also making white chocolate peppermint martini, and that's with Mozart white chocolate. And let me tell you, it is delectable, even if you don't like white chocolate.
So how do you make it? It looks like it's really simple ingredients here.
It actually is, and that's what's so great about Mozart, because you have such a good base of a liqueur to begin with. You really just need a few extra ingredients, such as our vodka and our peppermint extract, just to really kind of tie it in together. So what I did was I started beforehand and I took a simple syrup, and then what I did was I dipped the rim of the glass in a simple syrup. Now you just want to make sure, because we're using crushed peppermints, they tend to be a little heavy. And so what I like to do is use a simple syrup that has a lot more sugar to water. And so this will create like a extra stickiness to make sure that the peppermints stay on. It's really fun, and it's a great way to kind of spice up your cocktail and give it a beautiful rim. So we're going to start with our Mozart white chocolate liqueur. Now, if you really aren't a fan of white chocolate liqueur, I must say you can do this exact same recipe with the chocolate cream or the chocolate coffee as well. However, 'tis the season, and this makes an absolutely beautiful cocktail. So we're going to go with white chocolate today. So start off by measuring 2 ounces of your Mozart and just putting it right into your cocktail shaker. I'm going to move it a little closer to myself. And again, should have just about 2 ounces there. This is going to create a great base for the cocktail. Then what you're going to do is you're going to have vodka. Now, of course, there are other spirits you can easily supplement, but I think because we really want to taste the white chocolate and you really want to get the true essence of Mozart, vodka is going to be the most subtle of the spirits.
Now, is there a particular vodka that viewers should purchase when they're making this cocktail?
That's a great question. So what I'm using right now is a YOLO vodka that's actually made here in Nashville. But I definitely think a vodka that has like a clean and crisp, I would say, flavor profile. You don't want any type of flavored vodkas. You don't want anything that's going to be too harsh. So I think just a standard everyday vodka, something that is, I'd say, a little bit above what we find on our typical bar shelf, would be a-okay to use. So what I just did also was measure out 2 ounces of vodka. So you're going to have 2 ounces of your chocolate liqueur and then 2 ounces of vodka. This is going to create a really even sensation and smoothness in the cocktail. So now we're going to go and add in our peppermint extract. Because a little bit goes a long way, we're going to only add in about 1/8 of an ounce, which is a little hard to measure. So if you had to do it using a tablespoon, you can easily do the same thing. So what I like to say with my cocktails is you can always add, but you can't take away once it's in there. So I'm going to go ahead and add in just a splash of that. You should be able to already get the peppermint, right?
Yes, it's extremely flavorful.
Yes, so like I said, this is quite a potent extract. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and add in some ice. So I'm just going to take a few ice cubes here. Let's set that aside. And then we're going to shake. Now, what I like to do is make sure when I shake my cocktails, I kind of dump my shaker upside down and I really shake vigorously. Now, it's not to say that Mozart won't easily intertwine with everything, but I like to make sure my cocktail is voluminous and fluffy and has all that richness. So we're really going to shake it pretty hard here. So So by shaking this, you're going to see the cocktail tin already starts to turn a nice frosted. And by shaking it upside down, I'm going to add in volume.
So it's so interesting when you see mixologists like yourself, when they're making cocktails, how shaking it different ways adds to the overall experience of what the cocktail looks like.
It's so true, yes. And I love that you can get this beautiful texture from really shaking your cocktails well. You know, there's nothing worse than when you're drinking it and it just starts to separate, and it's really just because you didn't maximize the shaking, you know? We're not only making ourselves a really delicious cocktail, but you're burning a few calories at the same time by shaking.
Well, and it's completely healthy, so you don't have to worry about it. It's
Exactly.
vegan and all natural, all the things.
Yes, exactly. Yes, all the flavors are gluten-free. The dark chocolate is vegan. The white chocolate is not, however, but we don't need to be vegan today.
Well, and if you wanted to add a little bit of color, could you take some raspberry and put it on the top, or, you know, add a little bit more peppermint and make that cocktail just an elevated level of festive?
You absolutely can. There is nothing to say that you couldn't add in a touch of even like a cranberry bitters. What I love to do is sometimes, especially when adding in the cranberry bitters, it'll sink to the bottom and it almost looks like an upside down Santa hat. What we've done in the past is really just add in maybe some fun sprinkles on the top. You know, you can easily play upon this. And because it's peppermint and white chocolate, I think raspberry would be a sensational flavor to add. So if you were to do that, what I would do is maybe even muddle some raspberries in your cocktail shaker first and then add your ingredients.
Well, this is a beautiful display of different cocktails that you can make with Mozart, and they're offering a gift set right now, which is really nice for people that want to taste all the flavors.
Exactly, yes. So the gift set, which is available during the holiday season, it is absolutely gorgeous. It comes with a big bottle of the cream as well as 2 minis. So you'll have your large bottle of the chocolate cream, which honestly you can use for every single thing you could possibly imagine. And then we have a little small one of the white chocolate as well as the dark chocolate, essentially their flagship series. But the best part is you get all of that for $29.99, and that's going to be readily available here.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah. I always love you being on the show with me.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always an honor to be here.
You can find this cocktail on MySouthernHomeTV.com. Stay tuned for more My Southern Home.